A shocking art heist at the Louvre Museum in Paris. It all happened in less than 8 minutes on Sunday in broad daylight. And the thieves, guess what? They are still on the run.
The police found plenty of evidence under the thieves' ladder, including a power saw, gloves, and a walkie-talkie, as well as gasoline. Apparently, they'd wanted to burn their tools but didn't have time. The robbers wanted France's crown jewels, priceless in historical terms, but broken up and sold on the black market, still worth multi-millions. This heist is...
How do you even sell something like this on the black market? Like, I don't understand that. How do you even do that? They released the timeline?
30 minutes after the Louvre Museum opened on Sunday, thieves entered the building on the south side. The heist took a matter of minutes. Here's how it happened. At 9:30 on Sunday, 4 individuals arrived on scooters and a truck that had...
You break it down and cut the gems? Isn't it more expensive intact? Like the entire thing? Like, that's a crazy thing to steal just so you can sell the gems individually. Like, that's crazy. It's worth $102 million according to the French prosecutor. I don't think that these guys are going to break it down. I think they're going to sell it to like a Russian oil oligarch or some shit. And I suspect that this is a targeted crime regardless. Like, I assume that this was for a specific buyer in mind. I don't think you can do a heist on something so spectacular without having a buyer in mind ahead of time. I don't believe that this would be stolen. Something like this, like a historic artifact of this significance, would be stolen so that they could chop it up.
Mechanical ladder attached to the back of it. 2 of them ascended to the balcony and used power tools to carve into the outside window. At 9:34, they burst inside the Apollo gallery that houses all of the Louvre's special royal jewels and used their saws to break into 2 of those cases. In the meantime, we've been told that the security guards really quickly got people out of that room. This very wing of the Louvre also contains the Mona Lisa, so it's the most sort of precious things in France are there, but only 75% of the rooms have security cameras in them.
What?
4 minutes later, they emerge with 8 precious...
Wait, what? I'm sorry. So all of the most expensive items in the world's perhaps most famous museum, they're not under 24/7 surveillance? What the I thought it was like the entire room is like booby trapped. You know what I mean? It's because most of this stuff is hard to sell on, so it's not at risk. It's almost at worse than TwitchCon security. That is crazy.
Items, including tiara, necklaces, a beautiful brooch, and a crown that had been worn by the Empress. They ran out, dropping that crown along the way. They descended the same ladder.
They dropped the crown
and sped off. We know the investigation's ongoing, that they haven't ruled out any motive. I think there's a collective sense of sort of shock, distress, like you would feel if someone had come into your house and robbed you at home, but also profound sadness. There's a huge amount of pride.
Also, I thought, bro, I thought they were all dupes. I thought they were all dupes, brother. I didn't think that you had the real, genuine thing up there. Like, that's the other thing. Like, what? So this whole time when I went to the Louvre, like, I was looking at the real thing? I don't know what the fucking difference is. Why would you put the real thing right there? Yes, why do you think they're all dupes? What do you mean? Why would it be the real thing? I thought they just, like, dusted off the real thing from the tomes whenever there was, like, special clients or something. Why would you go to a museum? It's a museum. What do you think a museum is for? Wait, I'm so confused. What difference does it make? You don't know. I thought that's how they do it in the movies. What if they were dupes and this whole thing is just a way to make them think they got away with a big heist? Brother, you need to go to more museums. Bitch, I've been to more museums than you. I've been to every museum in Los Angeles, New York City, France. What are you talking about?
About that museum. It is by far the most important museum in France. It's a former palace, and all of these jewels are really important treasures to the culture of France, the history of France.
Incredible details through the day today of the robbery at the Louvre Museum, one that took less than 7 minutes from the moment the group of 3 or 4 thieves broke into the first floor of the southeast building at the museum, smashing a window. Dressed, it's reported as workmen. 9:30 this morning, broad daylight, and using an extendable power ladder from outside, using then a workman's lift to get into the room they'd targeted. It's been described by Laurent Nunez, the Interior Minister, as priceless historical and cultural value that's been taken. It's not clear exact at the moment as to what has been removed, but jewellery from 2 displays at the museum's Apollo Gallery is where the jewels were taken. It holds the remnants of the French crown jewels. The Louvre, as you can see here, earlier closed shortly after. Exceptional reasons, it said. And authorities recovered a 19th century gem-encrusted crown near the museum, but the culprit's still at large and the target of a manhunt.
You've been to the Louvre, so you've probably seen the Mona Lisa behind the glass and roped off with like a 4-foot buffer, right? Why would they do that if it was a dupe? I don't know. To avoid having it be stolen, like to make sure that there ain't no way that is being stolen at all. It's like security theater. That's what I thought. Where do you think the real ones would be? What would even be the point of a museum? I'm not kidding when I say this. I literally thought that they just have it in the fucking, I don't know, in like a secret safe or something. I literally thought it was in a secret safe somewhere and they just like sometimes swap it in and out. Sorry, this is your funniest take ever. That's fucking hilarious. I'm not joking, dude. I genuinely thought that they just have all the shit in a secret safe and everything I've looked at is just like a very well done dupe. And they sometimes put the real stuff out there and they sometimes swap it out. And the reason for why they do that is because, like, you know, they just throw the thieves off their game, you know? Tell me this, did you enjoy museums thinking you were looking at fake shit? Yeah, I still thought it was cool. I still thought it was cool. Why would they bother swapping it every now and then? I don't know, to throw people off. I clearly didn't put much thought into it. I don't know. I feel like it's what I'm saying is not that crazy. I feel like it is you, chat, who's crazy. You lost me in the switcheroo. First of all, if I was right, France wouldn't be crying tears right now. Okay? So who's the stupid one now? How dare you come to me in this moment where I'm the most correct with my position that they should have been dupes all along? It turns out if they had dupes up there, they wouldn't have been duped by a bunch of fucking thieves. The crown jewels of France were only worth 3-year Aaron Gordon extension.
Well, it's not that difficult to steal something from a museum. You can.
Bro, why are you giving the game away? This man is just saying it's too easy. It's free money. I'm surprised more people aren't doing it all the time, actually. Damn, dude.
The problem is what museums should do is they should slow these thieves down. What they do is they go 2 or 3 weeks before these thieves enter the museum and they look at the glass, the vitrines, the doors, and they know they have only like 7 minutes before the police arrives. And in this case, they thought we can take this chance, and it happened, you know. So the glass was not thick enough. It was too easy to enter the doors. It was a complete disaster, this one.
I've seen your comment today that you've said this is a mistake for the thieves because French security services will no doubt be involved. The scale and the shock of this. Tell us about that.
Well, you know, if you target any museum, you get the police after you. But in this case, the Louvre, the most important museum in the world, stealing the crown jewels, Napoleon, you know, it's too much. This is headlines all over the world. And the fear is if you can do this heist at the Louvre, it can happen everywhere. So it's a bad day for the museum world. And
Bro, this guy is saying, 1, it's super easy to steal from museums, and 2, it's actually easy everywhere. This is a universally easy process. It is yours. Demand it for the taking.
I hope they will be recovered pretty soon. Let's fingers crossed.
Given your experience in detective work, given your past, your advice is always going to be fairly...
I love it. He's a museum art thief detective too. He's like, listen, this job, you wouldn't believe it. Okay? You wouldn't believe it. Everyone should steal all the time. I am actually losing money. Okay? I'm so glad this happened because finally, a lot of people think museums are super airtight with their security. They're not. You should steal more so people hire me. I'm so fucking bored, dude.
Given your experience, are you getting any calls yet, Arthur, to be involved?
No, but if it takes too long for the police to catch them, and maybe someday, that has happened in the past, if these pieces are not being dismantled, I hope that someday I might get a call, from an informant.
Wait, what do you mean? I hope that one day I get a... Bro, he is doing an ad. I hope that one day I get a call because the cops ain't doing shit. Do you think they'll return it after Halloween? Yeah, someone just wanted to do the best possible Halloween costume of all time. Straight out of Lupin the Third, bro. I know. I mean, it's like messed up for the art world because like millions of people from all around the world get to like go and look at these things, and it's kind of fucked up. But a part of me is like, it's like, this is cold. It's a little bit cold-blooded because it's like a bank robbery, Like this shit doesn't happen anymore.